Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Reality Is. This video is a wake up call. In recent events, we had the Eric Gardner, we had the Michael Brown, and we had the young boy in Cleveland that was shot in the playground waving a toy gun. But it's not just about these incidents. We have the Trayvon Martin issue. We know that the trust between the police and the community is way off. There's been a lot of protests. There have been a lot of sit-ins. There have been a lot of lay-ins, just stopping traffic, shutting down important districts. Black lives do matter. There's been the hands up um, movement, and it's a good thing. And I'm glad to see that we can come together in different ways to express our concerns, our frustrations, our irritations, our aggravations, our dislike to the way the system is, how we want to fix and make our voices heard. But I also want to say we should not stop with this, because this is just the beginning. It should continue on. The movement should not cease. Black lives do matter. Black boys, black men, black girls, black women. Everybody's lives matter. And it's sad that it took situations and circumstances like this. But I always say you have to go through something to get to something, because we did not get the message. We did not understand the importance of sticking up for what is right. And I hate that it's so much about color, but it's been made to be about color. But it is what it is. So people's philosophies, thought process goes back to the slave days. You know what they used to do when hanging us on a tree, and taking us from our families, selling us on the auction block, just not caring outright. But then there's a flip side that I want to say, because it made me upset on yesterday when I saw the news. I was at the hospital visiting a relative, and on the news it showed this 15-year-old boy out south that got shot and died because four boys decided to stick him up for his coat. Now, we can protest for the wrongs that's been done to us with the police and the community, but where is the protest for us killing each other? And it doesn't negate what's being done for that situation, because I'm in an agreement that something has to be done, something should be done, and we should have been banded together a long time ago. We have come too far to let things hinder our unity. And sometimes we self-inflict things in our community that we should change. Now, to steal a life, because when you kill a teenager for something as simple as a coat and a pair of shoes, that's ridiculous. When you stick up an elderly person who lives on a once a month check, they're going to the Cursor tent and they're going to the bank, that is crazy to me, and that just should not happen. It doesn't make any sense. So we need to also address these issues. Where is the respect for ourselves? Where's the respect for our communities? Period. Where's the morals and the values? We need to think about a whole plethora of things within us. Is it that serious to stick up people that don't have no more than you? No, it needs to stop. The killing needs to stop, period. All the way around. Cops killing black people killing black people. The killing needs to stop. You want a coat? Go out and buy a coat. But I say this over and over again, and I want my message to get out clearly. You're bad, but you're not that bad. Because if you're bold enough to do what you do, to stick up somebody, to shoot and kill them, then stay there until the police get there. If you're that bad, then if you want to do something like that, and I'm not advocating this, you're never going to go to where the people have the money at. You're going to stay within your community. We're killing our own community. We're killing each other. We should be just as pissed off as the cops killing us as we are with killing each other. But you know where the problem starts? It starts at home. Babies having babies. If I'm 12 and I'm having a baby, my mama is 20, my grandma is 30, that's a problem. If I don't want to work for anything, that's a problem. Now, I understand circumstance and situation, but don't put everything on somebody else. Sometimes we have to take ownership to our part in the brokenness that happens in our community. And the time is now. We're protesting for Black lives. We need to protest in our community for our lives so our children are able to live and fulfill their dream. It's time out for this mess. And I mean, it's time out. Lives, Black lives do matter. Lives matter, period. There's no sense in stealing anybody's dreams or hopes for the future. Period. It's enough other things that's going on, diseases and everything else you have to deal with without somebody coming up to you, something that your mother worked hard for, and then you want to shoot and kill for a coat and a pair of shoes. And what for what? So now your life is going to be messed up for robbing a 15-year-old of his coat. It's cold outside. Did you not care? Were you not concerned? Do you not think that stuff can happen to your family members? You don't want to happen to your family members. You probably get mad as hell and want to go tear up the neighborhood and somebody do it to your mama, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, but you're doing it to somebody else's child. We need to wake up. It's time to wake up and stop the madness. Bottom line.